Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Circle of Alchemy Sisters. Today I have a Q&A, so we're going to do questions and get some answers from Kristi. She's going to channel these, so I'm really excited. She has no idea what today's show is about, so we're going to kind of dive right into it.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's see.
Okay, so lately we've been talking a lot about Earth transitioning into 5D. We've talked about the energy split. Once the transition fully happens, how much interaction will we have with the 3D?
Uh, okay. First question, so let me get into it. They're saying there will not be much interaction. It will be more like appearances, right? The third dimensional people who are in your life, whom you love very, very much, they are not going to go away completely. You're still living on the same Earth. Earth is still the same. It's just dimensionally we're living apart. So the third dimensional people they'll make appearances in your lives, like, because their soul is always trying to get them to evolve.
Right.
Okay? So it's almost like their soul is like, okay, we got another chance. We got another chance to evolve. Let's go hang out with Dedra for a little bit and see what she has to say and see what seeds can bloom from the conversations that we can have. And then the third dimensional person will again fade out. But they always have a chance to evolve. Like, living in the third dimension, every single day, every opportunity is a chance to evolve. You don't have to live there. You don't have to live there. Every day you get an opportunity to grab onto the fifth dimension. So the third dimensional people will be in our lives because we're there to plant the seeds so that they can evolve on their own.
Yes. So the people who are living in the 5D, who are more 5D, would it be hard for them to entertain the 3D feelings and emotions? Would they still be able to interact with those energies?
If you are truly living the fifth dimensional lifestyle, you will have understanding and compassion and love for everyone in the 3D. You do put up certain boundaries that don't allow you to absorb their energy as easily as you did before. Um, but you'll as an evolved spiritual being, it's your responsibility to love the third
Right.
dimensional people and understand them and have compassion, because remember, we're the leaders, right? If you're a fifth dimensional human being, you're a leader. So you have to exhibit the qualities that we want the third dimension to develop. So if we're like judging and we can't hang out with them and we roll our eyes at them and we think they're annoying and stupid, we're not being the leaders. We're not really holding that fifth dimensional quality.
Awesome. So we've been talking about the leaders of the new Earth. How many leaders of the new Earth are are here on Earth, set to come into play?
Unlimited amounts. Everyone that's here, is here for the Great Ascension. Whether they remember it or not is another question. But everyone that's here is here for the Great Ascension. Everyone that's here is here to ascend.
So everybody would be considered a leader of the new Earth?
If you are living in the fifth dimension and you are exhibiting fifth dimensional qualities, you are a leader of the new Earth.
Okay, so basically that would be us be teaching the 3D how to...
By just existing.
Okay.
It's like when they look at you, they say, wow, look at her. She's come so far. She's done so much. She used to be where I was, right? It's almost like we're living a life so that they can be inspired by it, right? Like, not idolize it, but just know, like, this is possible. This person whom I used to be like this with, and we used to do all these gossipy things and third dimensional things, and we talked bad, and we were, like, we were the gossip sisters. Like, we were just like this judgy, like, we were the same, right? But now she won't even entertain my gossip. Like, So we're here, anyone is here to be a leader for the people who just really need it the most. Like, if you're living down in that, I remember it very well, okay? I mean, what's the tea? I used to love gossip. It was like one of my favorite pastime qualities besides going to the bar and, you know, like living in my trauma. I was fine there. This is just who I am. This is just who I am, right? And living up here in the fifth dimension, like, I just look back and I say that was just so much pain that I was living in, you know, and that's what I feel for the people living in the third dimension is just like, there's so much pain where you are. Like, we don't have to feel that. We don't have to feel that, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. And that's what the Pleiadians are here to tell us, right? Like, you humans, you have no idea all the joy and the beauty you can live in, but yeah, it takes work because it's been thousands of years of conditioning that you're living in. It's not going to change just overnight. It takes work. It takes dedication. It takes loyalty to yourself. I don't want to be this old energy anymore. I'm going to make decisions in a new direction. You know, you can't. Insanity is what is it? Repeating the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. You can't live your life how you always been living your life if you want to live a new life. You have to make new choices and new decisions, and that's to the higher side of things, that fifth dimensional side of Earth. Tune into it.
Wow. Okay. So, leaders of the new Earth, us leaders, what are some examples? I mean, each person is probably meant to teach in their own way or to lead in their own way. What are some examples of what these may look like for any level of person?
Preachers, pastors, mechanics, babysitters, daycare providers, school teachers. Anybody can be a leader of the new Earth. Anyone.
And how would these people lead? Like, for example, like you're psychic and you're a leader. Would there be some other types of like ways that people would show, would lead?
They're telling me that my psychic qualities have nothing to do with me
you being
a leader of the new Earth.
Okay.
Being a leader of the new Earth just is me setting an example of how to live in the new dimensions. That's it. So you don't actually even have to acknowledge or admit or be in tune with the fact that you're a leader of the new Earth to be a leader of the new Earth. You know, there's in the spiritual talk, there's gossip and things about religion, right? How religion is bad and Christianity and all these things. But there are leaders of the new Earth who are pastors, who create open-mindedness, who create unconditional love for humanity, who really do follow the red letters in the book, right? Who really are in tune with Christ consciousness. They wouldn't say that they were a leader of the new Earth and that they were in tune with Christ consciousness, but it's what they're displaying. So even though they may be a pastor or a preacher in a certain religion, if they are teaching open-mindedness and acceptance and unconditional and Christ-conscious believing, they're a leader of the new Earth. If there is a mechanic climbing under cars and giving advice to people whom display third dimensional qualities, but yet he's saying, hey, I used to be addicted to drugs and I used to be an alcoholic. Why don't you come to a meeting with me? Why don't you come to my house and hang out? And he displays leadership qualities. He's a leader of the new Earth, but he doesn't know, you know? You don't have to be a psychic or a channel. You don't even have to know that you're a leader of the new Earth to be a leader of the new Earth. Everyone who is here has the possibility of being a leader of the new Earth. All it takes is personal awareness, recognition, and change.
Okay, beautiful. I feel like I get clarification each time we do these. Like more information comes out, and I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know that these leaders come in. Do all of them come in contracts? Do all of them have contracts?
Any human on this contract or any human on this earth has many contracts put in place. Your higher self, before incarnating into your human body, or as you were speaking of earlier, your splits, has created contracts for you to enter into at certain points in your life. That's when you'll create a relationship with someone. That's when you'll get a new career. That's when, there are multiple contracts written into your incarnation.
Okay. Are any of these ever set to expire or end?
Yes. Yes. After they've served their purpose.
Very sum that up because everybody's here to be a leader.
Everybody is here to be a leader of the new earth. It's whether you choose to or not. I don't see any leaders of the new earth being in healthy dynamics with, say, third dimensional quality humans. It would be really hard to maintain a 3D, 5D relationship. It would be hard to maintain that every day. To live in the same house, to live in the same energy, it would be painful for both people.
So the leaders would both have to be awakened and on their journey.
Not necessarily awakened. Nope. Just displaying leadership qualities: open-mindedness, compassion, love, understanding, Christ consciousness, as you humans call it. We call it fifth dimensional energy, but Christ consciousness is what you humans call it. You don't have to be awakened. You don't have to have your third eye open. You just have to live according to what new leader qualities are, which is understanding and compassion and unconditionalism and free thinking and open-mindedness.
Okay. So we know that sometimes leaders come together and they form partnerships with other leaders. Could their partnership contracts ever expire or end?
Yes, when the lesson is over.
So could that be a
when
lesson?
you can no longer expand as a couple, as a partnership, as a friendship, as a sisterhood, when you're no longer expanding, then it's best to end that contract and continue another contract somewhere else so you can keep expanding. We never want to stop expanding.
Okay. Let me follow it up with another question. So let's say two people come together, they're leaders and they're helping each other grow. Could sometimes those partnerships be set in place to help one person get to where they need to be in their journey?
Yes. That's exactly what contracts are for.
Okay. All right. And what would it look like for the other leader? Would that be like their purpose is to help?
Many purposes, many contracts all at once. But yes, certain people have certain reasons to enter into a contract. There are certain reasons. These contracts are not for nothing. There is a reason for you entering into contracts and exiting contracts, and everything is about expansion, learning, accepting, learning. They just keep saying that over. Learning. And if you are not learning in this place any longer, and you're meant to expand to a new place, then we would end that contract so that you will be able to expand in a different way. If this is not working for you, then we will find another way to work for you, because there is a purpose. You're supposed to do these certain things, and if they're not happening, then we need to figure out a new way to do them. Your higher self is always working for you. We always think that it's like the aliens or it's like our ancestors or whatever. And yeah, those are all working with you. But your higher self is the main one in charge. Your higher self is the leader of all of your avatars. So your higher self is always going to be trying to push you to expansion in whatever way works best for you.
Okay.
And sometimes that comes through heartbreak. But it does. In order for you to expand, if you're not accepting a lesson, if you're not expanding in the right way, then through heartbreak is usually how we learn.
Okay. So have us as leaders done this before on other planets? Do you...
There has not been a planet like Earth that we have needed to create these quote-unquote leaders of the new Earth. Earth is a very special planet that has a lot of special things put in place that we have learned and evolved into. And I'm saying we as the Pleiadians, the Galactic Federation, right? Okay, so I feel like when the Anunnaki came down to Earth, it's almost like they didn't have the permission of the Galactic Federation. They went against guidelines when they created us, right? But since then, the Galactic Federation has gotten involved so they can kind of help everybody clean up the mess. Because the Galactic Federation is a big group of it's like it's politics in the sky, right? It's just a bunch of leaders, warriors from all different races who want what's best for Earth and the humans.
Okay.
So I don't remember what the question was. Damn it, I hate when that happens.
Would some of the leaders of the New Earth have done this before on other planets?
Okay, so the Earth, they're saying, yeah, Earth is a very special thing, and lots of special things have been placed in your atmosphere and in your to make Earth stay where it is, hold the energy that it has, keep you safe. So Earth is it's a project. It's a very beautiful project. And no, we've not had to take the lessons that we've learned on Earth and in dealing with this whole Earth school to other planets. This is a first of its kind.
Okay. How long has the Galactic Federation been around?
Thousands and thousands, millennia. As long as we have been around, the Galactic Federation has been around. It keeps us in check. It keeps the rules, the universal laws and rules flowing. Although we do not approve of the way that your politics are run on your Earth, there does have to be some sort of governmental system in place to keep everyone safe. It's just that we, the Galactic Federation, and they're saying like they've had very bad names before because they've had certain races go rogue. They don't want to be involved with this anymore. They don't feel like this is the right place for humanity. They don't want humanity to go in this direction. So there are certain races that have stepped away from the Galactic Federation and have maybe gone off on their own, but still claimed they were part of the Galactic Federation and spread sort of this negative energy. So there's a lot of people who have different thoughts about the Galactic Federation, but no, the Galactic Federation has been around for millennia, and there has been many rogue races speaking on our behalf.
Okay. How many races are part of the Galactic Federation?
Hundreds.
Wow.
Hundreds. Thousands. Anyone who there's like a certain traveling system that they go through. So if they're going to be traveling through your galaxy, it's like they have to have a spokesperson from your planet, from your race, just so they can allow the traveling to happen. So any planet who knows of the Galactic Federation usually has a spokesperson stand in for them in the Galactic Federation. We want to have open, honest communication with all of our galactic brothers and sisters.
Okay. So would they have like they would have sectors? Are they like the Galactic Federation would be like would they not just have one ship? They would have many. And are they in charge of like keeping making sure that all systems are running correctly in other parts of the universe as well?
Yes. Sectors. I am in the sector that is over humanity.
Okay.
There are other sectors that are over different ways of traveling in the universe. The Galactic Federation is not all just about Earth. It's just that I am a section. I am working with Earth. I am. So that's why you are speaking to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the captain. It's a guy that I channel for the Galactic Federation quite often. He calls himself the captain.
I love it. I like when he comes in and communicates with us. Very.
And he's not saying like he's the captain of the ship. He's just saying like that's what they call me. I'm the captain.
Oh, okay.
I'm just the captain. That's just my name.
Oh, well, thank you. I actually did think at one point that he was like the head.
He's saying that he has like he's lived many lives, and he's very, 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 very wise and very tuned in with the humans. So it's like everybody comes to him for advice, like, "Hey, Captain, what's up?" You know, like,
Hey.
He's saying like if it was someone's responsibility to fly the ship, they wouldn't necessarily be able to spend time channeling to humans because that's their main focus. Is they have to stay in tune with the ship.
That's wonderful.
They're saying like the ships are in tune with their bodies, right? They don't, it's not like controls. It's like if you're controlling the ship, you are the ship.
Are they free to come and go from their ship as they? Okay, so he's on his own. Like, I know they have a mothership. My head.
He is showing me on the mothership above Earth. He is on the big mothership, but then there's other smaller.
Did they share with others?
Share with other
races, like they're
the Galactic Federation is not one race; it's all races. So yes, we share with all races, and there's no segregation at all. All races are all involved.
So he's not currently on the mothership.
He is on the mothership.
Okay.
Above Earth.
Okay. So is he free to come and go as he chooses?
Go where?
Anywhere. Like, would he be able to leave?
No.
So he has to stay.
He's chosen to stay. Yes. He's chosen to stay. I have free will. Everyone has free will. There are certain universal laws and guides that we have to go by, but I choose to stay with the ship. I have chosen to incarnate as this specific person, leader, whatever. And he's saying like the captain goes down with the ship. He likes to stay where he is. He's needed there. He's liked there. He's a part of the community. He's very well known. He's very well known. He likes the humans a lot. He dedicates his entire existence to humanity and evolvement of humanity. He loves us. They love us so much. I know the Galactic Federation gets a lot of bad rap, but I've never taught any lessons that were weird, or I mean, like, they have always taught very valuable lessons. All the entities that I have channeled that are a part of the Galactic Federation have all channeled very much beautiful ascended sort of lessons. Yeah. So I've never had a bad experience. I've never been tricked. I've never been taught. I think Ashtar is like the guy that people say is like a bad guy.
Okay, so
I don't know. I don't know anything about him.
Thank you for bringing this subject up, because like on TikTok, when we all do TikTok, most of us get our information from there. So when we're scrolling through TikTok and we see like the Galactic Federation, Ashtar has actually been on one of them that he'll come through and speak. Are these AI generated like stuff? Are people making these? Are these real messages? Is there any truth to these messages that you would see on TikTok that are speaking for, like, the Pleiadians?
There are many. Well, there's one sitting in front of you, right? Mm-hmm. So they're saying like the messages that I bring through on TikTok are true. Well, and there are many, many, many others like me, right? And they're saying like in this time, in this moment in time, there are so many channel contracts. There are so many channels available at this moment in time. So some of the AI generated. It sounds like AI generated. It has like the cartoon. That's what you're
That's
talking
what I'm
about.
talking about. Yeah.
They're saying that is some of it is I can't figure out what they're saying. Some of it is true. Some of it is put in by humans who are channeling that don't necessarily want to be seen and heard on social media, right? So it would be put in to an AI system to generate, maybe they're reading from a channel that they wrote, and then maybe AI is generating something from that.
Okay.
But not all of the AI generated ones are real. Use your discernment. If it's sending through messages of love and expansion and unconditioned, take it into consideration. But they're also saying stop getting all your information from social media. You have the ability to know what's right and wrong within your system. You have the ability to contact and remain in contact with all of your guides. You don't necessarily need to be searching for any information. Everything is inside of you. You have the power and the knowledge to know truth from falsehood. But we do understand at this moment in time, it's not like you can turn your news on and get information about extraterrestrials. We know that there is a lot of people out there seeking information from extraterrestrials. And at this moment in time, your social media platforms are really the only way that you have to get contact with extraterrestrials. So we do understand. We just don't want you to fall into the trap of believing everything that you are hearing and you are seeing.
Right.
Use your discernment for everything. If it is not relating to you, and they're saying like just because 30% relates to you and 70% doesn't, like that message may not be specifically for you. It just may have a lot of common things with you, right? You want to make sure that you are absolutely relating and feeling that message.
Thank you. Perfect advice. Okay, so that's the end of my questions. Do you want to follow? I know that was answered in a very timely manner.
They're very good at what they do.